All right, this is Microsoft Power BI Lab, create a paginated report. And I clicked the Launch Lab button and also the Start Lab button, and that launched this session. And as usual, I clicked on this display image to click Fit Screen to Machine. And I also clicked to download the lab files from GitHub to this virtual machine. And I double clicked on the Power BI desktop icon to launch Power BI desktop. So starting from create a Power BI paginated report. The estimated time to complete this lab is 45 minutes. In this lab, you will use Power BI Report Builder to develop a pixel-perfect paginated report layout that sources data from the AdventureWorks DW 2020 SQL Server database. You will create a data source and data set and also configure a report parameter. The report layout will allow all data to be rendered over multiple pages and to be exported in PDF and other formats. The final report will look like the following. In this lab, you will learn how to use Power BI Report Builder, design a multi-page report layout, define a data source, define a data set, create a report parameter, and export a report to PDF. This lab is one in a series, and this is lab number 10, create a Power BI paginated report. Exercise 1 is get started. You need to open the Power BI Report Builder to create and then save report. Well, maybe that's what I needed to open instead. I don't know. Let's see. Power BI Report Builder looks like that. So maybe I need to be opening Report Builder instead of Power BI Desktop. Note if prompted to update to the latest version of Power BI Report, click Cancel. So cancel and proceed to step 2. In the Power BI Report Builder window, to create a new report, in the Getting Started window, click Blank Report. All right. To save the report, click File and Save, or the Save disk. In the Save as Report window, navigate to DA100, and My Solution. In the name box, enter Sales Order Report. And click Save. So that was exercise 1. Exercise 2 is design the report layout. In this exercise, you will design the report layout and explore the final report design. Task 1 is to configure the report header. In this task, you will configure the report header. In the report designer, notice the default report layout, which consists of a body region and a report region. I'm going to open that in a different tab because it's a little hard to see what they're looking at in that picture. All right, so that's the body, that's the footer. Okay, it's the body and the footer. I can believe that. All right, let's go back. See instructions. Oh, of the body and a footer region. Okay, got it. Yes, body and footer area. The body contains a single text box ready for a report title, and the report footer contains a single text box describing the report execution time. The default design will render the report title once in the body on the first rendered page. However, you will now modify the report design by adding a report header region and by moving the report title text box into this region. This way, the report title will repeat on every page. You will also add an image of the company logo. To add a report header region on the Insert Ribbon tab. From inside the header and footer, click Header, and then choose Add Header. In the Report Designer, notice that a report header region has been added to the report layout. To select the body text box, click to add title text box. To move the text box, click the four-headed arrow icon. I don't know. I don't see a four-headed arrow icon. Do not see that. And drag it into the header region to then drop it at the very top left of the report header. I did not see a way to grab that. I did not see anything in this upper left-hand corner. I don't see a four-headed arrow. Can I make a four-headed arrow by moving my mouse somehow? I don't know. Oh, I saw something there. How do I get that back? Okay, there we go. All right, I'm going to drag that all the way up. Good. So it's in the very top left of the report header region. To modify the report title text box text, click inside the text box and then enter Sales Order Report. Sales Order Report. To resize the text box, you will first open the Properties pane. For fine-grained controls of location and size properties, you'll need to use the Properties pane. On the View ribbon tab, from inside the Show Hide group, click Properties. To select the report title text box, first click an area outside the text box and then click the text box again. Okay. The text box is selected when you see the border of the text box highlighted and resizing handles, small circles, appear on the border. In the Properties pane located at the right, scroll down the list to locate the Position group. Okay. The Position group allows setting exact values for the location and size of report items. It's important that you enter the values as directed in this lab. Pixel perfect layout is required to achieve the page rendering at the end of the lab. With the Position Location group, expand the location and ensure that the left and top properties of each are 0 inches, and they are, so that's good. The location and size units are inches because the regional settings of the lab virtual machine is set to the United States. If your region uses metric measurements, centimeters would be the default unit. Within the Position group, expand the Size group. Scroll down a bit. And then set the Width property to 4. To insert an image on the Insert Ribbon tab, from inside the Report Items group, click Image. Click Image. That's weird. That's it? Am I supposed to click something more? Click Image. To add the image to the report design, click inside the report header region to the right of the report title text box. In the Image Properties window, I don't see an Image Properties window. Insert. image. Add an image. How am I supposed to click that? Add an image. Every time I try to click that, it goes away. So I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, wow. Image properties. To import an image from a file, click Import. Go to DA100, Resources, AdventureWorks logo. Click Open. And we need to click OK. And we have an AdventureWorks logo there. It's not where I wanted it, but okay. In the report designer, notice that the image was added and is selected. To position and resize the image in the properties pane, configure the following properties. Let's go down to position. All right, left. I think location, we need to expand that. Left needs to be 5 inches. 5 inches. Top is 0. Position size width is equal to 1. And height is equal to 1. Okay, to resize the report header region, first select the region by clicking a blank area of the region. Okay. In the properties pane, set the general height property to 1. It is 1 inch. Verify that the report header region contains a single text box and image and looks like the following. I need to scoot over to verify. No, it does not. All right, I'm moving you up. I don't know if this is going to be pixel perfect. It might not be. Can I adjust that? What is its properties? Position 5, 0, size 1, 1. That sounds okay. Don't know why it didn't pop up correctly. All right, to save the report, on the File tab, click Save. Scroll up, click Save, or File, Save. You can also click the disk icon located at the top left. You are now ready to configure the report to retrieve a database query result. End of task 1. On to task 2, retrieve data. In this task, you'll create a data source and dataset to retrieve a query result from the AdventureWorks DW 2020 SQL Server database. In the report data pane, located at the left, right-click on the data sources folder and then click Add a data source. It is possible to retrieve the data from cloud or on-premises databases or a Power BI dataset. In the data source properties window, in the name box, replace the text with AdventureWorks DW 2020. Let's see if that works. Nope, it did not. AdventureWorks DW 2020. In the Select Connection Type drop-down list, change the connection type from SQL Server Analysis Service to my Microsoft SQL Server. It already is that, so that's good. To build the connection string, click Build. In the connection properties window, in the server name box, enter localhost. Can we choose it? Now it's thinking a lot. I should just try entering localhost. Nope, and now I have to let it think. Do that in a second. In the meantime, I'll read in the labs. You will connect. Okay, I'll finish up typing localhost. In the labs, you will connect to the SQL Server database by using localhost. This isn't a recommended practice. However, when creating your own solutions, it's because gateway data sources cannot resolve localhost. In the select or enter a database name drop-down list, select the AdventureWorks DW 2020. Click OK. Let's get down to the OK. In the data source properties window, click OK. In the report data pane, notice the addition of the AdventureWorks DW 2020 data source. To create a data set, in the report data pane, right-click the AdventureWorks data source and then select Add Dataset. A report dataset is different in purpose and structure from a Power BI dataset. In the Dataset Properties window, in the Name box, replace the text with Sales Order. To import a predefined query, click Import. In the Import Query window, navigate to DA100, Labs 10, Create Power BI Paginated Report, Assets, and then the Sales Order SQL, and click Open. In the Query box, review the query. Be sure to scroll down to the bottom of the query text. So we're selecting some fields from Fact Reseller Sales, join to dim reseller on reseller key, and join to dim product on the product key where the sales order numbers match, and ordering by the sales order line number. It is not important that you understand the details of the query statement. It has been designed to retrieve sales order line details. The where clause includes a predicate to restrict the query result to a single sales order. The order by clause ensures that the rows are returned in line number order. Notice the use of at sales order number. You see that in the where clause, which represents a query parameter. Okay. A query parameter is a placeholder for a value that will be passed in at query execution time. You will configure a report parameter to prompt the report user for a single sales order number, which will then be passed to the query parameter. All right, we'll scroll down and click OK. In the report data pane, notice the addition of the sales order dataset and its fields. Yes, I see those. Fields are used to configure data regions in the report layout. They were derived from the dataset query columns. Save the report. Let's scroll up and save. I'll also do file save because why not? That is the end of task 2. So we will move on to task 3, configure the report parameter. In this task, you will configure the report parameter with a default value. In the report pane data, expand the parameters folder to reveal the sales order. Okay, in the report data pane, expand the parameters folder to reveal the sales order number report parameter. The sales order report parameter was added automatically when the dataset was created. This is because the dataset query included the at sales order number query parameter. To edit the report parameter, right-click on sales order number parameter, report parameter, and then select parameter properties. In the report parameter properties window at the left, select the default values pages. Select the specify values option. To add a default value, click Add. In the value drop-down list, replace the text with 43659. Sales order 43659 is the value you will initially use to test the report design. So we'll scroll down a bit and click OK. And again, I will save the report. You will now complete the report header region design by adding text boxes to describe the sales order. So that is the end of task 3. And we'll go on to task 4, finalize the report header layout. In this task, you will finalize the report header region design by adding text boxes. To add a text box to the report header region, on the Insert ribbon tab, from inside the report items group, click text box. Click inside the report header region directly beneath the report title text box. Inside the text box, enter sales order, followed by a space. To insert a placeholder immediately after the space just entered, right-click and then select Create Placeholder. In the Placeholder Properties window at the right of the Value drop-down list, click on the FX button. The FX button allows entering a custom expression. This expression will be used to return the sales order number. In the expression window, in the category list, select parameters. In the values list, click the sales order number parameter. It's already selected. Okay. In the expression box, notice, all right, I guess maybe I need to double click it. Yeah, okay. In the expression box, notice that a programmatic reference to the sales order number report parameter was added. Click OK. Scroll down and click OK. In the placeholder properties window, click OK. Click a blank area of the report header region and then select the new text box. In the properties pane, configure the position properties. Go down to position, where's position? I should be able to, I'm not seeing the positions choices. Turn it in the properties. Maybe I need to do something different. Maybe I need to try again. Okay, there we go. Position left should be 0. Top should be 0.5. Width should be 4. And height should be 0.25, and which already is. All right, to format part of the text box inside the new text box, select only the sales order text. On the home ribbon, from inside the font group, click the bold command. Add another text box to the report header region. Then enter the text reseller followed by a space. I will click in the text box in some sort of an empty space. Insert text box. Boom. And enter reseller, so colon followed by a space. Tip: you can also add a text box by right-clicking the canvas and then clicking Insert and then Text Box. If you've gone right-click, Insert, and then Text Box. Was another choice I could have made. After the space, insert a placeholder. Nope, that was not it. I already forgot how to insert a placeholder. It's not. Oh, create placeholder. All right. Insert a placeholder and set the value of the placeholder to use an expression. Placeholder properties. I don't remember. What did I do to insert the other placeholder? In the placeholder property windows at the right of the value drop-down list, click FX. Select parameters. Right. What should I do for this one? A reseller. Oh, I was supposed to select the category datasets. And first reseller. Okay. Scroll down and say okay. And say okay in the properties pane. I guess we're done with that one. In the properties pane, configure the following properties. Position. I don't see position. Okay, I'll click away from it, then click back. I don't think, did that do it? Position, yeah, it did. Okay, position left should be 0. Top should be 0.75. Position size should be 4 inches. And the height should be 0.25. It already is, so that's good. Format the reseller text in bold. Add a third and last text box to the report header. Enter the text. Order date, followed by a colon and a space. After the space, insert a placeholder. This would be based on the data sets and the first order date. I don't see that. Data sets category. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh, do I need to format that? Placeholder properties. Number. What do I need to choose? Date. In the type list, select a suitable date format. I like this one. I'll go with that. In the properties, in the placeholder properties window, click OK. In the properties pane, configure its position. Click away, click back. I want to see the position, and I'm not seeing it right now. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing the position right now, or what I need to do to get that. Might not be pixel perfect. Okay, that worked that time. All right, location left will be 0. Top will be 1 inch. The width will be 4. And the height will be 25, is good. Okay. Format, order date in bold. All right, I see I was supposed to like bold the semicolon in sales order also, so I'll do that. Finally, click a blank area of the report header region. In the properties pane, set the height property to 1.5. Verify that the report heading looks like the following. Yeah, it does. All right, we'll save the report. Scrolling up and clicking save or file. Save, whichever is fine. To preview the report on the Home ribbon tab from inside the Views group, click Run. Okay. Running the report renders the report in HTML. As the only report parameter has a default value, the report will run automatically. All right, it's asking me to sign in, so I will pause. Okay, I entered my username and password for the account that has the Power BI Pro license, and I authenticated to log in. And let's see, verify that the rendered report looks like the following. Looks pretty good to me, as far as I can tell. To return to the design view on the Run tab from inside the Views group, click Design. You will now add a table to the report body to display a formatted layout of the sales order lines. Task 5, add a data table region. So that was task 4. Now we're moving on to task 5, add a data table region. In this task, you will add a table data region to the report body. On the Insert ribbon tab, from inside the Data Regions group, click Table, and then click Insert Table. To add the table, click a blank area inside the report body. In the Properties pane, verify the configure following position properties. Okay. Location on the left should be 0. And location on the top should be 0. The table will display 5 columns. I do not see 5 columns. By default, the template, oh, I see the table. The final table will display 5 columns. By default, the table template includes only 3 columns. I do see those. To add a column to the table, right-click inside any cell of the last column, and then select Insert Column Right. Insert column, just scroll down a little bit. Insert column right. Okay, now that's 4. Repeat the last step to add another. Insert column right. Okay, now it has 5 columns. Hover the cursor over the cell in the second row of the first column. Oh, I hovered. I didn't click, I hovered. I mean, I didn't hover, I clicked. To reveal the field picker icon. I don't know if I did that right. Is hovering? Really? Oh, that must be the field picker icon. Click. Can I get it on this one? I don't know. Why can I get it on that one and not this one? I don't know. Because I can get it on this one on the third row. I don't know if that'll help. I'll try it here anyway, because that's where I can click. I'll click line. All right. Notice how the table now includes a text value in the first row header and a field reference in the detail row. I don't know that that's the case. Maybe I should copy this link so that I can see what I'm supposed to be looking at. Line. All right, that is the result I was supposed to get. So that's awesome. Add fields to the next 4 columns in order. The next 4 columns. All right, so I think that means product goes here. All right, so product. Do I just drag it here? How do I do that? Is that what I do? Okay, product, quantity, unit price, and amount. Verify that the table design looks like the following. Oops, I want to copy image. Nope, I want to do image link and go here. Let's see if I got it. Have the same result. Line, product, quantity, unit price, amount. That looks good. It looks like the picture. Save the report. Or file, save. Then preview the report. Run. Ooh, very nice. That is very nice indeed. The table includes a header and 12 sales order line rows. See them. There are many improvements that can be made by formatting the table layout. In the next task, you will format the table header by using a background color and bold font style. Modify the column widths to reduce the redundant space and to prevent text values from wrapping. Left, justify the first column values. Right, justify the last 3 column values. Format currency using a currency symbol for US dollars. Add and format a total row for the table. So that was the end of task 5. On to task 6. Format the table and data region. In this task, you will format the data table region. Return to design view. Actually, I'm in design view. Nope, I need to go back to design view. Click any cell in the table to reveal the gray cell guides. Cell guides are there to help you configure the entire rows or columns. To format the table header, click the header row guide. Selecting a row or a column guide selects all cells in the row or column. Each cell is in fact a text box. Formatting single text box or a multi-selection of text boxes can be achieved by using the Properties pane or the ribbon commands. In the Properties pane or the ribbon, configure the following properties. Fill, background color, dark green. That looks like dark green. Good. The font should be white. The font weight. Should be bold. Is that here? Can I click bold? All right. Select the first column guide. I think I did that. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. I think I already did that. In the properties pane, set the position, size, width to 1/2 inch. Ooh, I don't like that. Oh, that was supposed to be the first column. Can I undo that? Okay. All right. That is supposed to be 1/2 inch. Okay. Second column should be 2.5. While pressing the Control key, multi-select the last 3 column headers: quantity, unit price, and amount. Well, I guess all these should be quantity, unit price, amount, alignment, text align, right. Set the line detail text box to left. Get everything? I think so. On the Home ribbon tab, from inside the number group, set the last 2 detail, not header text boxes, unit price and amount, to format with a currency symbol. Oh, I guess I also could have just clicked on the $sign. To add a total row to the table, right-click the quantity detail text box. And then click add total. I don't see how to do that. Add group, add total. Notice that a new row, which represents the footer, the table footer, has been added, and the expression will evaluate the sum of quantity values. Repeat the last step to add a total for the amount. Okay, so click on that, right click. Nope. Nope. I'll mouse over that. Click add total. Nope. That is not what I wanted to do. I'll undo that with Control Z. And I'll add total. Oh, I cannot add total. It's grayed out. Add total. Okay, some amount. In the first cell of the table footer row, enter the word total. Format all text boxes in the footer row format to be bold. To remove, the design should look like this. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. Here's what we have. Look. I don't know. Seems okay. Is it? What's up with some quantity? Seems like this should be left aligned. Quantity. Quantity is on the left in the desired picture. Let's see what I've got here. Yeah, I think I want to change that to left. Really thought that was supposed to be right, but I want to make it left. And everything else, that's left. That's left. So these are left. This one also looks left. And that one looks left. Why does that all look left when they just said to make it right? Make up your minds. Was quantity supposed to be left or right? All right, I was on 17, I think. And what did they say about quantity? Yeah, it says select the last three column headers, quantity, unit price, and amount. Use the properties to set the text align property to right. So I'm going to change this quantity back to right. I don't mind that it's not an exact match to the image. So I'm going to go back to 17 and agree to disagree. Because either way, it's totally fine. To remove any trailing space after the table, hover the cursor over the dashed line between the report body. Between the report body and the footer region to touch the bottom of the table. I do not see what they're talking about. I'm going to assume that my space is fine and save the report and preview the report. Can I preview the report? Yes. Okay. So that is looking a lot better because there's enough space so that the products are not wrapped around. Quantity is good. This makes more sense to me that this is left and this is right aligned. It has all 12. Yes, it has all 12 and the total. That seems good. Preview the report. Verify that the rendered report looks like the following. We might have some differences, which is fine. Okay. Yeah, they do have this like right aligned. So it does match. Interesting. All right, that looks good to me. In the sales order number parameter box, replace the value with 51721. All right, we got a new report. That is amazing. They bought a lot more stuff. That's awesome. It looks good. To rerun the report at the right, click View Report. I think it already did rerun it. This sales order has 72 sales order lines, and so the data will render over many pages. Okay, I only see 43 at the time, but that's okay. Maybe it went to the next page somehow. To navigate to the second page of the report on the Run Ribbon tab, from inside the navigation group, click Next. All right. I can see 44 through 72 and the total. On page 2, notice that the table header does not appear, but it does. It does appear. Oh, does it not? That looks like a header to me. I guess it's okay. The table header does not appear. I see what they're saying. They're talking about the one that would be above, right above the 41. That does not appear. You'll address this issue in the next task. That would make it easier to understand the table if you just got handed the second page or something. Scroll to the bottom of the page. Okay. And then notice that the report footer only displays the execution time. Yes. Okay. In the next task, you will improve the footer text by appending the page number. So that was task 6. We'll move on to task 7, finalize the report design. In this task, you will finalize the report design by ensuring multi-page reports render appropriately. So we will switch to the design view. To ensure the table header repeats on all pages, first select the text box of the table. In the grouping pane located along the bottom of the report designer. I do not know what they mean. At the far right of the column groups, click the down arrow and then select advanced mode. In the row groups section, select the first static group. This selected the table header row. I don't know how you would know that if they didn't tell you. In the properties pane, set the other repeat on new page to true. I'm glad they're showing that in this lab because that would not be obvious. This ensures that the first static group representing the table header will repeat on all pages. In the table footer region, right-click the execution time. Forgot about that. Right-click the execution time text box and then select expression. Expression. In the expression window, in the expression box, append a space. What? I do not understand what they're asking for. Okay, just try. Global execution, then append a space. All right, so here, append a space, followed by and space type page, space page, and to produce the following. See if I got that right. Globals, execution, and there's a space after that. So just add a space in case it needs it. I hope that is what I was supposed to do. There might be too many spaces. Honestly, I can't tell. I think one space is sufficient. Looks like that's it. Ensure the last space. Ensure that a space follows the last ampersand. Okay, done that. In the category list, select built-in fields. To inject the page number value into the expression, in the item list, double-click the page number. Verify that the complete expression reads as follows. Global's execution time and double quote pipe page, space, double quote and globals, bang, page number. Looks similar to me. I'll scroll down and click OK. Drag the left side of the text box to increase the width of the report page. What? Okay. The design is now complete. All right, drag it. And have as much space as you like. Whoa. Okay. The design of the report is now complete. Lastly, you will ensure that the page width is set to exactly 6 inches and also remove the report parameter default value. To select the report body, right-click any table text box and then select body. As the table fills the entire report body, this technique must be used to select the report body. In the properties pane, ensure that the property size, position size, width is set to 6 inches, and it is. It is important that the width is not greater than 6 inches, as rendering to print format would break the table up across multiple pages. In the report data frame pane, open the sales order number report parameter properties. What? Parameter properties. On the default values page, select no default value. Click OK. Save the report. That is the end of task 7. Task 8 is explore the final report. In this task, you will view the report in print layout mode. Preview the report. Failed to preview report. Oh, come on. Oh, man. The table, Tablix 1 has an invalid Tablix member. All Tablix member elements in a table column hierarchy must have the same repeat on new page property set to false. The definition of the report, double quote, was invalid. Well, so much for that. Wow. What a bummer. What a bummer. So it does not like repeat on new page. Let's go back and start trying task 8. Let's check on repeat on new page. Wherever that was. Repeat on new page. All right. That's number 5. Let's try number 1. Finalize report type. Switch to design view. Oh, I can't do that now. Jeez. Wow. I can't even. This is a mess up because if I try to fix it, it says do the fix in design view. Oh, I am in design view. Okay. Switch to design view. To ensure the table header repeats on all pages, first select any text box in the table. In the grouping pane located along the bottom of the report designer at the far right of the column groups, select the down arrow and then select advanced mode. Oh, maybe I made that away. In the row groups, select the first. I need to bring that back. Select the first. Oh, I selected in the column groups. No. Okay, I did select in the column groups, and I need to select in the row groups also. I selected answer. No, I selected in column groups. So I need to select in the row groups. Ugh, what a mess up. Okay. This selected the first header row. Wow. In the properties pane, set the other repeat on new page to true. All right, now I'm going to go to this one and I'm going to change the column back to false. That is a legit thing to complain about. Okay. In the table footer region, select the execution time text box and say expression. Hopefully my expression is okay, but it might not be. Let's just try that. Let's save that. So we fixed one mistake. Let's see what happens if we try to render it, if it still has an error. Ooh, that seems like a much better result than what I got before. All right, let's put in 5, 1, 7, 2, 1. That's a relief. On the Run ribbon tab from inside the Print group, click Print Layout. Print Layout mode provides a preview of what the report will look like when it is printed to the strict page size. Navigate to pages 2 and 3. All right, and it has the report headers. In this lab, you won't publish the report. Paginated reports can only be rendered in the Power BI service when they are stored in the workspace on dedicated capacity and when that capacity has the paginated reports workload enabled. These requirements do not exist for that class. Congratulations! You have successfully completed this module. To mark the lab as complete, click End. Awesome. Thank you. Oops. I'm going to end that.